Today we're going to go over part 2 of 3 essential questions you need to ask before purchasing your commercial real estate property. Again, I reiterate, these 3 questions are very important because they affect the cost and the schedule of your project. Question number 1 that you need to ask is, how flat is your site? For example, in Houston, Texas, majority of the property is on flat land, and then you go out to Austin and San Antonio, you're going to have properties that are on a steep slope. Why that's important? Because your construction costs will increase on properties that are located on steep slope, and your schedule of your project is going to increase. You can find that out is performing a topo survey. This is one of the main ways that you can find out if your property is located on a steep slope or on flat land. And we're going to have a future video going over different type of topos and the scope of work required in the different types of topos. Another very important question to ask is your property located in endangered species or wetlands? Why that's important? If your property is located in endangered species or wetlands, you may not be able to build there, and your construction cost is going to go up to drain the wetland. I'll give you an example. We had a client that brought in a project. His property was on 12 acres, and a quarter of an acre he was able to build on. The remainder he was unable to build because the property was located on the wetland. How you can find this out is, of course, visually inspecting it. Another way to find out is contacting your city planning. I think it's very ideal to hire a wetland consultant. And last but not least, you can also go on a website that's going to be located on this video and put in your property address, and it's going to have a map where you can identify if your property is located in the wetlands or endangered species. Question number 3, which I think is the most important, is this project or the property you're purchasing feasible? We get a lot of investors that are gut driven in making decisions, and I understand this used to work in the old days, but the way the real estate industry is transitioning into the data-driven model, I think is very important to have data and analytics to make decisions. Let me tell you some of the analytics that you're able to obtain to make better decisions and to even make better gut decisions. Descriptive analytics, this goes over what happens over a duration of period. Predictive analytics, this goes over what might happen. You have diagnostic analytics that identifies why something has happened, and you have prescriptive analytics that identifies what needs to happen to take advantage of an opportunity or avoid an investment mistake. Why this is important? Project type has different ROIs. You have to understand your property and your goal, what you're looking to achieve. And the best way to do that is to utilize data and analytics. How you can do that is feasibility study and having internal data or a software that you can obtain these analytics that I just went over. To summarize the 3 questions to ask before purchasing your commercial real estate property: is your property located on flatlands? Number 2 is, does your property have endangered species or is it on wetlands? And question number 3 is, which I think is the most important, is your project feasible? Next video, we're going to go over zoning, which is going to identify if the property you're purchasing could be built there or not. It also is going to identify and go over the costs related to zoning, and it's going to go and dig deep into the zoning approval process. So stay tuned. Thank you.